Hey everyone, this is One Man Zerg, and I am bringing you Game 3 between Inka and OGS in the Global Gamer Invitational. OGS once again is the blue Terran in the upper right, the 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock position, and Inka is the purple Protoss in the lower left, or the 7, 8 o'clock position. And Inka took Game 2 with a pretty dominating force and able to expand and really control OGS, and OGS took one with some nice tactics with the proxy factory landing in the back of Inka's base on Lost Temple, and then bringing in that patented Marine SCV Marauder push real early. So it's a nice two-pronged attack that he did. He tried to do it again in Game 2, but Inka was prepared for it, and then he tech switched to Banshees just like he did in Game 1, and then Inka was prepared for that with Phoenixes. So Inka did a great job of countering that strategy that he saw in Game 1. So I do not know what's going to happen in Game 2, but we are on Steps of War, so that is a quick map, ladies and gentlemen. There might be some rushing going on. Usually players are playing a little more defensively in these maps because they know that something could happen, and you can see that's really shown by Inka with an 11 scout. So he's brought the scout into the Terran's base on 11 just to see if anything's happening, and we'll see. Did he see that? Yes, he saw that barracks go down, so he knows the barracks is going down right then, but he also knows that's not any kind of trick show barracks. You can see it's on 13 right now, so he probably put that down on 11 or 12. So both players are still coming out with a standard opening. And then once again, I'd like to recognize some of the sponsors. First off, IC Cup TV is casting this tournament, so thanks for letting me, One Man Zerg from the UEN TV, another YouTube channel, cast this for them. And then also there's iFixit, which is a website, ifixit.com, and it allows you to find out how to fix anything you have. Their goal is to let anyone fix anything on their own, and they sell some of the parts to help fix stuff. And then also Intel is pairing with the Electronic Esports United, and they have donated to this tournament as well as iFixit to help bring, you know, this professional gaming to the mainstream and to give us some awesome replays to cast like this. So check out both of those places. Then just a little background again, Inka is an American Protoss player. He is part of Evil Geniuses and he joined them in 2009. And then OGS is a Korean Starcraft player, and he was originally a Starcraft 1 pro and coach, and so that's why it's OGS Original Gamers. That was a Starcraft 1 clan. That's pro Korean clan. And he's coming out with another barracks, so he's going with 2 barracks quick this game instead of a factory. And then Inka's powering to that warp gate. We might see what, I don't know, I've heard it referred to as a Korean 3 or Korean 4 gate, where they build one warp gate, then they build one gateway, then they get the warp gate technology, then they immediately drop 2 or 3 more gateways. And then, yeah, Inka bringing in the early Zealot to deal with these Marines. Let's see, is he... Yeah, OGS is getting the concussive shells, and he is getting a Marauder, and he is blocking that off. So we'll see if this Zealot's able to do anything. Looks like he's just not fast enough right now to catch up with those Marines, and that is not going to be done in time. But these Marines, this Marauder will be able to deal with that Zealot, put it down. And Inka is just backing out with that Stalker right now. He knows better than to go in there against that Marauder and mixed troop bunch. But he's probably trying to avoid that mixed bunch early push that OGS has brought to him in the last 2 games. OGS dropping a reactor right now. And Inka going with the early Robo Bay again. He loves this build. It's just 1 gate, 1 Robo. So it's really a pretty interesting build. It's a little slower, and OGS likes to go with those early pushes, so that is an interesting build to go against those early pushes. I don't know if I definitely necessarily recommend that, but it's a different outlook. And then you can see OGS is going with that early expo, so it looks like he's going to try to apply some early pressure and then take advantage of that with Inka, who's probably going to stay pushed back in his base, by taking that early expo and getting an economic advantage, and then pushing out in the mid game when he's utilized that economic advantage and built some significant troop numbers. So that Robo Bay's up. Let's see what he uses it for. He's getting out that early observer. Gonna check out what OGS has, maybe able to spot that early expo in time. It'll be interesting to see where OGS flies this. And here comes Inka into the base. Not any significant numbers. He could push and get counter push, so it's a little bit of a dangerous position, and you can't see up this ramp, so that's always dangerous. Sees that significant amount of troops, is probably going to back out, yeah, just in time so that he doesn't get shot again with those concussive shells and restrain. And I'd like to see, he's probably going to land it right here, but sometimes players do a little trick shot, land it over here in that gold, take huge advantage of that, and less likely to be scouted as well. So that's interesting. And getting some Immortals up now. He sees that strong Marauder base. How do you counter that? You get some Immortals, or you switch to Colossus and get those. But Immortals are a nice, easier counter to get to that because you don't have to get that Robo Bay up. And we can see that he is not building a Robo Bay, but he does have 2 gates now, and he is getting out Immortals. So a good counter to this army. And then once again, Inka is seeing everything that's going on right now, so he knows, hey, OGS has a command center going up right now. I see that. What am I going to do? How am I going to react? I think he's just going to try and get some more troops and then maybe try and push out on that, getting that Robo Base. So looks like he's going to go for that tech advantage, maybe try and get Colossus and push out before OGS can really ramp up his economy. And then I think OGS sees, yeah, he sees that observer. He's trying to chase around the base, trying to get that scan in so he can take it down. Yeah, he takes that down. And you don't want to move out your orbital command until after you take that down, because then they know, oh, hey, his orbital command's out. He's going to start dropping SCVs. He's going to spend money on that and not his army. So now would be the optimal time to attack. That's what Inka might think if he's able to see that move out. But if he can't see that move out, then he doesn't know, is he going to just go with mass troops right now and just sit on that orbital command, which it looks like he's doing, and play a little more defensively so that if Inka is to push out, then, you know, he's going to be able to defend from that because he hasn't spent those extra minerals on those SCVs. And this is definitely an optimal defensive position because he's going to stop any of those troops in that choke. But we do see that Colossus coming out, and we do see Medevac coming out over here. I don't know if he's going to get a Viking after that. I don't think. Let's check it out. Does he see that? He sees a Robo Bay, and yeah, he has the Robotics Bay right there in the Robotics facility. So he knows Colossus are most likely coming. So I would expect to, yeah, he's landing on the reactor, probably going to pump out some Vikings right there. And it looks like we're in a bit of a standoff. And this is something, oh, here's the push out. This will be a pretty decisive battle right now. The Immortal is pushing in on those Marauders, but it looks like some good micro going on by that Terran player. And those stims are just so deadly. He's going to crunch that Immortal, and then he's just going to be able to totally expand here and take complete control of his expansion. Has a couple Aaron troops over here, but probably pull those back in time. We'll watch if, yeah, there he goes, pulling them back. And Inka does have the Colossus up. The numbers aren't too bad right now. It looks like he's about similar, but he is losing in, he's going to start losing in the economic positioning pretty soon. You can see this does have 50 energy built up on it. And I think that's after using a scan. So yeah, he's able to drop a few mules down right now because he did turn it into an orbital command up here and land it. And here's Inka coming back in. He's got his Colossus, and he thinks that's going to have it. Oh, those Vikings are just raining down on that Colossus. I don't think he's going to be able to withstand all this beatdown. And those Vikings, are they going to? Yeah, they finished the Colossus off. Let's just check this out. This army advantage, 20 advantage. I don't know what Inka is going to do at this point in the game to come back. And let's look at those units lost. Yeah, it just shows you that OGS has had commanding victories in these battles in this game, and Inka is just retreating back into his base, and OGS has the bigger army. He has the expansion. It is not looking good for Inka. Let's see, he is trapping him out with those sentry force fields. A little tiny trick: if you have, I think, 3 sentries, you can almost indefinitely force field out, because the force field lasts 15 seconds and it takes 50 energy, so you lose 5 energy every 50 seconds to do all that. So just a little trick there. And if you have 4, you definitely can indefinitely do it. Definitely. And we can see he's still down significantly. You can see that's over a 30-point deficit. Now it's an even 30-point deficit in terms of units. So that is a position you never want to be in the game. And then these medevacs slowly but surely healing up those stim troops. And Inka can see what's going on, and he just knows that is not something I'm prepared to deal with right now. I don't know how he's going to deal with those Vikings. You can see he doesn't have much anti-air. He doesn't have a Stargate up. He doesn't really have the economy to run that. So he is in a bad position, and this resource income advantage that OGS is putting out right now is just very, very strong. This force is very, very strong. And does he even have a Colossus? No, he does not. Does not have a Colossus right now. And with all this line, that is exactly what you need to deal with it. OGS pushing in significant numbers, landing the Vikings because he sees there's no reason to have them in the air. Able to quickly douse Inka's army, and it Inka laughing at himself right now, just gotten pwned. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that series. It was a 3-game series. OGS does come out the victor with taking games 1 and games 3 over Inka. Both very quality players, very good games going on right now. Thanks again to IC Cup and the Global Gamer Invitational. Go to the UEN.com or the UEN TV if you can. But yeah, thanks to IC Cup, Global Gamers Invitational, iFixit, and Esports United with Intel for sponsoring this tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and come back for more videos.